promise. All right, we are getting the record on. Whoop, whoop. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, I am Dana Barish. I'm going to be your tour guide tonight. Yay! All right, so here's what's going down, peeps. Woo! Tonight, we are going to talk about eliminating cancellations, increasing your excitement from your hostesses, and I've got all my paper goods ready to roll. And we're going to up some head count. So we have some great ideas tonight. And if you're getting stuck and you're really getting some low attendance at your shows, you are finding your hostesses aren't as thrilled, this is going to be a good one for you because it's going to give you some ideas. So I'm Dana Barish, and I've been doing this business for 15 years, and I don't get a lot of cancellations, and I have a really high party average. So I really want to make sure you guys are doing exactly what I'm doing. It's just a formula, and you're going to kick yourself. It's so easy. Yay. All right. So my first question for you is, how do you get things? Let's say somebody invites you to their wedding. Typically, how do you get the invitation? So I want you just to think. All right. What if somebody moved to a new address and they wanted to send a little change of address card to you? How would you get that card? Oh, I meant to run upstairs and get an invitation I got from my neighbor. What about a baby announcement? Even baby showers. So I want you to think about a fancy wedding. You know, how would you feel if you got a Facebook invite to a fancy wedding? Or if you got a Facebook event saying somebody moved? Like, it makes no sense. So think about exactly how you would feel. All right, so what comes in the mail? Well, let's talk about important things really come in the mail for you. So invitations in the mail. It's a more formal event. It means business. Anything that's paper oriented, has a very final feel to it, and it makes you feel super, super important. So you want guests to feel important, you want your hostess to feel important, and you want this party that you're doing to seem super special, super important. So I want you to stop treating your business like it's just some second-rate citizen or business. So a business that has no money in it would run its business probably totally on Facebook because they have no other options. Your business is potentially $1 million business. Okay, so when you're thinking like $1 million business, you need to treat it like $1 million business. It deserves high class treatment, just like a super, super nice event. So start thinking, okay, I've got to shift gears for my parties. Your parties are your bread and butter. The more parties you have on your books, the better your business. And I'm going to tell you something. I asked Belinda Ellsworth. She's been in our industry, I don't even know, 35 plus years. And I asked her, why do people get out of business? And what do you see? Is there a common thread? And she said, in 35 plus years of business, she's only seen 2 people in the history of every party plan known to man. I don't care if it's makeup, jewelry, skincare, whatever, get out of business with a full calendar. She said nobody gets out of business when they have parties on the books. So let's repeat that. Nobody gets out of business when they have parties on your books. So obviously, parties are the key to everything you've ever wanted with your pure romance business. It unlocks any car you want to drive. It unlocks any house you want to own. It unlocks your children being able to be in the best schools or karate lessons or cheer camp or anything you want. So it's always going to come down to a party. And I want you to really, really treat your party like it's super, super, super important. It is the lifeline in your business. It is absolutely a special, special event. So every single party you get on your books is a super, super special event. All right. So now I would think, okay, let's pretend that you decided your neighbor was going to just bug you and really beg you that she was selling jewelry, and maybe you have tons of jewelry and you're just like, I'm not really into it, but you agree to host a party with her. Think to yourself, if she just started blowing up your phone and was like, okay, here's all this stuff I want you to do, and you got to do this, you got to do that, and here's my cancellation policy, and blah, 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 blah. I'd be like, you know what? I don't have time for this, and I'm out. Okay. However, if she said, okay, Dana, here's your packet, and I'm not talking big, serious packets. I'm going to show you what's in the packet. But if she said, here you go, this is for you, I'm going to give you this, I would feel like if something was legitimately in my hands, that I would feel a little bit more that she's more invested in me, and I'm going to be a little bit more invested in her. So I want you to think how small of a cost a paper hostess packet is for your business and as a tax write-off. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, but there are 3 big ways, and I want you to write these down because this is so important, especially if you're a team leader and you're like, oh gosh, I want to onboard my newbies. I want to make sure they're off to a great start. A great thing is knowing these 3 just bullet points that every party should incorporate. So if you can keep these 3, you're going to really lower your cancellation rates. You're going to up your head counts, and you're going to have higher party sales, and you're going to be able to put your kids in dance lessons or get braces, or hell, maybe you just want to get a pedicure every month and you want the extra money, whatever it is. All right. So don't mess around with the parties. This is not where you try new ideas. This is not where you're like, oh, this graphic is so fun, or somebody came up with some crazy thing. Look, I've been doing this 15 years. I very rarely get cancellations, and my parties are solid, and I want yours to be too. So these 3 things. All right. First thing, hostess packet in the hands. Okay. It's just like if I'm getting married and I'm sending out invitations to my wedding, you better believe they're going to get an invitation in the mail. What am I going to do? Text my guests that I'm having a party, or I'm having a wedding reception, and like, are you nuts? You wouldn't treat your wedding like that. Why do you treat your $1 million business like that? You have a $1 million business. Yes, you do. I'm talking to you. You have a $1 million business. You're on a gold mine. Nothing separates me from you. Okay. We're the same. Just follow my formula and it works. This works. Okay. Second thing, I'm going to give you the script for how to text a thank you for booking. It's super easy. And what it does, it just kind of says, thank you, and you're going to use the situation. Thanks, it was great meeting you at the barbecue, or it was great meeting you at Mary's party, whatever it is, and that's all you need to know. Okay, if you just jumped on, if you can mute your phone, whoever just jumped on, thank you, thank you, thank you, mute your phone. Okay, perfect. Okay, so, and then the third is a Facebook event. Notice that I prioritize that number 3. All right, this is a rookie mistake. A rookie mistake is thinking Facebook is going to run your wedding. Yes, I'm calling it a wedding now because it's starting to make sense, right? When I call it your wedding, oh my God, are you really going to depend on Facebook to invite your wedding guests? Are you going to pray your 83-year-old grandmother sees a Facebook event? Are you going to hope your high school gym teacher who shaped your world and you just love and you keep in touch with and you would love to have her at your wedding, you're going to pray she sees the Facebook event? Hell no. You're going to send that paper invitation. Okay. So notice how low on the totem pole I put this. It's number 3. It's a piece of it, but it's low. And I'm going to show you where and when to do that. All right. So here's what the hostess packet looks like. I have 2 versions. So one is where you get it in person, and I'm using the folders that you can buy from Pure Romance. However, if you're brand new and you're like, oh my God, I don't have time to get any folders, you know what? Just get a plain black folder. Let's not get crazy. Stick with the colors. We have pink and black. It's a very specific pink, and it's just black. So you could just get black folders or shoot to try to get the pink ones. And it's super, super easy. And I'm also going to give you the site at the very end of this presentation on where these documents are, because my document is that hostess cover sheet. And the hostess cover sheet is crucial, okay? It tells you the do's and don'ts, and it doesn't give your hostess a scare tactic saying, oh my gosh, you may not cancel your party under any circumstances if you do blah, 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 blah. I don't write that. It, to me, just makes me want to cancel. I think if I booked a hair appointment, just think if you booked a hair appointment and your hairdresser texted you out a cancellation policy. Like literally, that's what you got. Not thank you for booking a hair appointment. It's like, here's our cancellation policy. I would be like, you know what? There's a million hairdressers. I'm going somewhere else. So I want you to start thinking about that. I don't put a cancellation policy. That's ridiculous because you're just setting yourself up for a cancellation. I am not expecting any cancellations, so I don't put that in there because no one's canceling. The only time they cancel is an emergency, and it's duh. Of course they're going to have to cancel. They have no choice. They had an emergency. Duh. Okay? Duh, duh, duh. You like that? Duh. All right. So the hostess packet has hostess cover sheet. It has a couple catalogs. This is where I use old catalogs because I don't care what catalogs they're using. Don't worry about, this is how I get rid of all my old catalogs. I put old catalogs in the hostess packet. Put 2, if you're mailing them out, I only put 2 because I'm super cheap. But if I'm giving a hostess packet in person, I put a whole bunch of catalogs in there. Let me take you over to my camera. So if you can see, hostess packet has the polka dot folder, and then I leave these for when I book a party. I just put whatever catalogs I have and I just throw it in there. So it's easy breezy, lemon squeezy, and it looks like that. Now, if I'm mailing a hostess packet out, I have, it goes in an envelope, and same thing is in there. It's just one, and this is where I use the old order forms. This is how I get rid of old order forms. I put old order forms, and you can put as many as you want in there. It encourages outside orders. You can see I have old catalogs in there, my hostess cover sheet, and then invitations. So those invitations you can buy under business supplies. And I even have old invitations there. I have a mix of old, I have a mix of new. It doesn't matter. It's just a official Pure Romance invitation. And I will tell you, I have gotten parties booked in the past from, this would behoove you to get a stamper. And stampers are like less than $10 on Vistaprint. And we may even have it on our online marketing gear tab. I'm not even sure, but I think mine, I just bought them mine a couple years ago and they just last forever. But you could sit while you're watching TV, watch your Game of Thrones, watch your Dexter, watch whatever you're watching. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV. But you could stamp them with your information, because I've had people say, I can't come to the party, but I got the invitation from Mary, the hostess, and your information was on here, so I'm going to book a party. And they've called me from that. So it really will benefit you to stamp these. So that's just something, I mean, you can be extra lazy. At least you're getting them out, but these are super, super crucial. Okay, so we have hostess packets you make that are in person or the mail out ones. I have both. You can pay your children to do it. I had my daughter make me a whole bunch. Super, super easy. Okay, let me show you screens again. Okay, back to the screen. All right, you got the hostess packet, and I'll take questions at the end if you have any questions on that, and I'm going to show you the site to get to that. All right, if you want to screenshot this or take your cell phone, take a screenshot. This is a sample text, which is bullet point number 2, on just saying thank you so much. It was great to meet you, and it's a save the date kind of a text that you're sending out to her. So I'm looking forward to your party. Here's the date, the time, and it tells you the 3 things you want her to do. Hand out the paper invites. I'm going to text you what to say to your texting friends. And if you don't like my wording, you can change it around, but you can see this isn't set in stone, just a little something. You can even make it shorter if you think this is too long. That's fine, but don't go much longer than this. People don't read a whole bunch of stuff. And the harder you make it look, the less they're going to want to do it. And then I'll create your Facebook event 2 weeks before your show. Okay. So if they're excited about their party, they're going to be handing out paper invitations. Now, those paper invites come in a pack of 50. You can put 15, 20 in a hostess packet, or if you're super cheap, I mean, 10, you could divide it into 5, but that's really, really cheap. You know, the cost of doing business, when people are like, well, I don't want to waste, you know, paper and it's cost me $5. It's kind of like saying I'm going to open up a 7-Eleven and I'm not going to buy rolls of register tape for the register. So when someone wants a receipt, I'm going to say, no, I don't have a receipt for you because I don't want to spend the money on the paper because it's just a waste and I don't want to waste my money. I mean, who does that, right? No 7-Eleven says they can't give you a receipt because they didn't want to spend $10 for a roll of paper. You're doing the same thing. You're operating a $1 million business. You have a $1 million business. Treat it like that. Treat it like a $1 million business. Buy the paper, okay? If you really hate our invitations, then I don't even care. Then you're really not supposed to, but you got to make them on discipline or whatever. But a paper, it's really, really key. I like it to look professional. If I booked a Mary Kay party, I would highly expect Mary Kay invitations. And if somebody handed me homemade Mary Kay invitations, I would question that consultant. And I would be like, this looks like 7th grader did it. Remember, you're treating your business like a $1 million business, so you've got to operate it like that. If you operate it like a $1 million business, people are going to take you seriously. The hostess knows you mean business. She's not going to cancel on you. She is going to tell you her friends, and she's going to tell her neighbors who couldn't come. Somebody says, oh my God, you're having one of those parties. I got the invite in my box, but I can't come. She says, oh, you have to use my consultant. She's great. Super professional. Her stuff is amazing. Okay. So that's why I love these invitations. I kind of, when I book the party, I tell the hostess a little bit about the packet. Don't just hand her a packet. I say, okay, Mary, thanks for booking the party. Here's your hostess packet. There's 20 invitations in there. You're not going to have your neighbor's Facebook. You're not friends with every neighbor on Facebook. You don't have everybody's cell phone. And you don't know the girls at the gym Facebook. So you know what? There's paper invitations in here. Hand them out. Take them, throw them in your purse. If you're going to happy hour, it's just easier. That way you just hand them out to everybody. People love to put these, where do they put invitations? On the refrigerator. Because I got an invitation to my neighbors for a little crab cookout. And not only did they email me and say, hey, is this date good? I'm having this again. This is like the 3rd year they've done it. But, and they pulled it together last week, and I'm going to tell you, and it's literally just at their house. It's just the neighbors in my cul-de-sac. They hand walked me over an invitation, and it was nice. I meant to get it. I can run upstairs and get it if you guys really want to see it. But it's cute. It's got a little crab on it. It's a little thing. And I looked to see where they made it because I'm like, oh my God, did they get on Vistaprint? How'd they get it so fast? Because they pulled together, and there was nothing on the back to say where they got it or made it. I don't know if they made it on a computer or what, but it was cardstock. I mean, it was thick. It wasn't like super thick, but it was nice. And I thought, oh my God, they really want me to come. How nice of them. I already said I was coming. I already said yes on the email, but they still walked over a paper invitation. You know why? Because they're high class. They're high dollar, and they mean business about the party. Okay, so I want you to think about that. All right. Notice the key part on the end of this. Can't wait to spoil you rotten and give your friends a hilarious night out. I do love that. I love that verbiage. If you can remember that last line, it's going to help you booking parties even on Facebook. You know, when you will have hostesses that you've never met and you're just communicating through Facebook. That is a great line. Thank you, Celeste. I know Celeste's on here. Thank you, Celeste, for booking this party and helping me with my challenge. I can't wait to spoil you rotten and give your friends a hilarious night out. Like, doesn't that sound fun? It sounds fun to me. All right, so that was bullet point number 2. Here's your save the date if you want to screenshot that. Just a sample snippet, you know, that you can text Mary or Celeste, whoever your hostess is. Hey, save the date. Hilarious party at my house. Notice how short it is, short and sweet. Happy hour. I like to have a happy hour. I tell my hostess to always do a happy hour, and it always works out. You want to know why? I think you really should start telling your hostesses, hey, you should have a happy hour a half hour before I get there. So if we're going to do it at 7, we can have a happy hour at 6:30, or if you want to do the happy hour at 7, we'll start at 7:30. I give them a half hour for happy hour because let me tell you, if a hostess is preparing for a happy hour, she wants people to come. If she's just preparing for a pure romance by you, she's kind of invested, not so much. But if she's preparing for a happy hour, you know she's buying some booze, she's buying some stuff to put out, and she's taking her party seriously. So I like a happy hour. So I always tell them, it's just understood. Okay, your happy hour starts at 6:30, I'll start at 7. Okay, you want to start your happy hour at 6? Like, I don't even say, do you want to have a happy hour? I say, okay, happy hour is at 7. Even my college girls who don't, I mean, they barely have, like, they put out chips and maybe some carrot sticks because they're broke college girls. They still try to pull something kind of like they throw some cool stuff out. And I mean, it's pretty much BYOB at a college girl because they don't have a lot of money. But they still do the little half hour happy hour. And it's a little buffer for that way they're coming in, they're getting to socialize, and it's going to be something fun. So they're excited about that. All right. The third bullet point was Facebook. Now, it is the least preferred method, but it is also something you can utilize. Just remember, invites do get lost on Facebook, and it does look not important. So a Facebook event is literally, this is the kiss of death for a lot of new consultants because they're letting Facebook run their business instead of you running your $1 million business. Never, ever put a party in Facebook's hands. That's what I say. I mean, your Facebook could be shut down tomorrow. What would you do if your Facebook, you went to Facebook jail, which people do? So Facebook is just one of the 3 ways. And if you see how I did this, we did the hostess packet, then we moved to just a little save the date text. Easy. I don't even rely a whole lot on texting. I'm really relying on that hostess packet. And then the third way is I will create your event. And if you're like, oh, Dana, I don't like to do it 2 weeks before, it scares me, I want to do 3 weeks, that's fine. You could say, I'm going to create your Facebook 3 weeks, whatever you do. But I don't do it right away because she gets it off her plate. She thinks if she invited everybody on Facebook, her job is done. Her job is not done. All right, so what is your offer to make sure she really keeps her date? A killer hostess gift for that month only. So we're heading into September. You might be watching a replay on this. It could be any month. I don't know what month you're doing. I would have a monthly special that is just for that month. And this is a key to keeping your hostess excited, because if she really wants whatever your deal is, she's going to work her butt off to keep that date. And she's going to, if she starts hearing a lot of people can't come, she's going to get creative, and maybe she will take the hostess package to the gym. Maybe she will take it to the daycare. Maybe she'll take it to the church, take it to choir practice, whatever. You want her excited, and you want her working towards a goal. So it's kind of like trying to get your kids to clean their room without a little carrot to dangle. So I always like to dangle a carrot to get my kids to move faster. Hey, clean your room and we'll go for ice cream, or clean your room and you get your allowance, or clean your room and I'll let you stay up an extra half hour tonight. I don't know. Clean your room and I'll read you an extra book tonight. I mean, it can be easy stuff. Okay. You don't even have to do monetary things, right? Dangling a carrot, though, gets people to work harder, and it's going to make them excited. So if you're experiencing a ton of cancellations, or if you had 1 month where they just cancel, I want you to reassess and say, okay, I had a lot of cancellations in May. And I would ask you, what was your May hostess special? And you'd be like, right? You're like, oh. It's usually what the problem is. If you're offering, free coochie for a year, or an extra $100, or you've got a mystery hostess of the month, or whatever, I almost would, if you're running this as a full-time gig, I would have every month, not only have all of this going on, I would run an extra hostess of the month drawing every month or something, where I don't care what it is, a bottle of coochie or anything. But when you are running $1 million pure romance business, which you are, you need to have a lot of tricks up your sleeve. You can never have, it's like getting your kids to clean that room. I mean, if you said, okay, you're getting a book, you're getting an ice cream, and you're going to the playground tomorrow, well, shit, they're going to move fast, right? Like, woo, all that? Whoa, I'm running up the stairs, okay? So I want you to treat your business the same way. think about what your gift is. Don't let me tell you, and then you say, well, Dana Barron, she made me give this away. You know, you pick it, whether it's $50, $75, whatever. When I was brand new, a million years ago, I did 15% hostess credit instead of 10, and I did it for a 5-week only run. And I told people, you know, I passed out some flyers, and I was like, here, help my business, and I'm going to help you. I look at this special I have for 5 weeks only. You have to grab one of these dates. And people liked it. They were like, all right, I'll book one. Yeah, I like that. I'll take it. So that's always worked for me, and it will work for you. But if you're not excited about it, I mean, they have to clean their house. They have to kick their kids out. They got to get the husband, boyfriend to watch, you know, the dogs, whatever. You want to make sure you're rewarding her. It's not the time to scrimp on your hostess. So scrimp on, you know, at my parties, everything's full price. But for a hostess, it's never full price. That's where you hook up. That's where I shower her. That's where, you know, you really want to spend. Okay, so you can offer a bonus for a weeknight. You can say if you get 15 or more guests, you get an extra of this. If you get 20 guests, you get that. And the elite shopping status is I let my hostess have, now I'm at 60% buying discount. So I give them 50% off their entire order that night only. So I don't care, you know, it's worth it to book a party just to restock your stuff for the year. I mean, you're not going to be able to buy Coochie for half price. I mean, those are $10 bottles of Coochie, $10 body dews, you know, $10 Just Like Me's, right? So it's really benefits you. Now, if you're at 40%, then I would offer her your 40% because you don't want to go much lower than that. You want her to work hard. So I don't know if she's going to work that much for 30, but she'll work for 40. Okay. And you can, if you buy some of the things in bulk, you know, if you get 6 packs of things, you could offer you could have a hot sheet where your hostess got her, she can buy anything on your hot sheet for half price. So anything you get in a case, you know, or you got on a sale, maybe you picked up a whole bunch of whatever's on sale. That's when I love to make a list of all the things I caught on sale. And then you can say for the month of September, here's what I'm offering. All my hostesses get anything on this list for $10, as much as you want, like stock up for Christmas, stock up for Valentine's, whatever. Okay. You see how it's exciting? Now you're like, ooh, my wheels are turning. Hopefully your brain is spinning like, oh, okay. Create that special offer and make it important and make it something that's going to go away. You know, that's only for September. So, you know, when a lot of new people say, I have a lot of people interested in booking parties, but I can't get dates out of them. That's the number one thing I hear. And I say, what's your offer of the month? What do you have going on, right? So if you have something killer and they're getting your elite shopping status and they're getting this, that, and the other, they're going to want to work. All right. So excitement definitely comes in the mail, right? We have established that. So you get that. Everything exciting for me comes in the mail, you know, override checks and report cards. They don't put report cards on a Facebook event. Report cards come in the mail, y'all. Okay. Important things come in the mail, and you're running $1 million business, right? Okay. So this is my other super, super key, total. This is like kept me in business forever. Now, the only thing I've changed from that you'll find on the website, which I'll give you the website at the end, is I now use pink envelopes instead of the white ones. And I got these at Office Depot. I got a pack of 1,000 because I want that whole box to stare me in the face. So I want to have a lot. If you buy a pack of 20, you're like chintzy with them, right? You want to like scrimp on them. So this hostess coaching system is super easy. I literally takes me minutes, and I cannot believe you're worried about the cost of a stamp and a piece of paper. Again, I mean, you're operating a Starbucks and you have no receipt tape or you have no straws. Sorry, we can't give you a straw this week because those cost money. And we just, you know, we're not buying straws this week. So there's no straws at Starbucks. You'd be like, what the hell, right? No, you have $1 million business. So there are things I will say, okay, you don't need to buy. And there are certain things you do need to buy. This you need. So hostess coaching. So what is hostess coaching? All it is sending a little reminder. It's so easy in the mail. It takes no time at all. And I pre-print these out. They're in my file folders. I have a desk and I have my 4 documents, which I'm going to give you the link so you can just go over there and see the hostess coaching. It's that easy. There's just 4 different documents. You don't want to mail those all at one time. They go once a week for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, depending on when you book the party. So if the party's a month out, that's what it's going to go. Maybe like every, I'll do maybe 3 mail outs. If the party's in 2 weeks, I might just do two mail outs. So it just depends. The important thing is you get something in the mail. 1 document at a time, and these are hostess coaching. So I have 4 documents. I'm going to send you the link so it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So there's your documents. They are on this website here. So it's pureddd.com, and there's a password. It's success 2002. Feel free to screenshot that. And so I'm going to show you exactly. I have my envelopes. I have my Pure Romance address labels that I've gotten. And I have 4 documents. One is called The Tale of Two Hostesses. The other one's a $2,000 party. The third is How to Have a Perfect Pure Romance Party. And the fourth is 40 Guests in 4 Minutes. It's that easy. And the main one, this How to Plan the Perfect Pure Romance Party, I love because I've gone into hostess' house and they filled this out. And they have the name on here, and it says if they're coming or not, if they're bringing a friend. They fill this out. Like, I'm a paper person. I like to see, you know, I know a lot of hostesses are electronic, and they're like, you're like, oh, my husband will never use that. Doesn't matter. How much does a piece of paper cost you guys? It's like a penny. Okay, an envelope is like 10 cents, and a stamp is, I don't know, 49 cents. I mean, to not do this is sabotaging your $1 million business. So I guarantee, now this is a strong word, guarantee. I guarantee if you start doing exactly what I taught you tonight, and you do it every party from here on out, give it 6 weeks, that you're going to be sitting on Easy Street. You're going to be saying, you know what, I don't have any cancellations. This must be a good month. You know, all these people are having cancellations and I'm not. This is crazy. You're going to see a big change in your business. You're going to see your hosts taking you seriously. You're going to be taking your business seriously. And all this stuff is so easy to do. It's not time consuming, because I don't do time consuming stuff. So I'm not telling you, because I've heard in the past people say, you know, get the list from the hostess and you mail out the invitations and you run these through your printer. I have no time for all that, okay? I'm telling you how to do it quick and easy and cost effective, time effective. And this is, let her fill these out. You know, every child's birthday that I've done, they've turned 1, they've turned 2. Of course, now they're in their teens, they're old. But I bought a packet of invitations at the Hallmark store, pack of 30, maybe 2 packs of 25. I sat and wrote them up. Okay, come to Chuck E. Cheese, you know, Wednesday the 2nd at 2 p.m. for Tegan Barish, and sat and filled every one of them out. Okay, think about it. Have you done that? Have you ever had a party at your house and wrote them up? Of course you have. Did you think it was a lot of work? No. It took me like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Literally, your hostesses don't care. I don't know why you think like I got to run these through my printer. I'm not running this through my printer. That's work. Hostesses are getting hooked up, so let her do her job. So her job is to get the people there and to do her part. I don't think it's an unusual request to ask your hostess to fill out these. So it's easy. She can fill out, it's just name, date, address, and when she wants the RSVP by. She knows her address. She can write that in 3 seconds. So don't worry about that. And don't worry about getting a guest list from her. I've never had to do that. That's a lot of work. And plus you're hounding her. I don't want to be hounding her. So if you're hounding her, and I don't talk to her on the phone before the party, I really don't, only just the day or 2 before. So I know it's crazy, right? In 15 years, I haven't. I do everything just straight from all these documents and doing all this. So it's been totally fine. All right, so do we have questions in the queue? Yeah, so you've been doing them good. Okay, run into any issues? No, so I haven't had any problems. I have the Pure Romance address label on here. No, because it's so tiny. People aren't looking at it. It's been no problem. So the Pure Romance is tiny and it just looks legitimate. I don't feel like people think it's like some scary thing anymore. So don't worry about that at all. How differently do you handle the packets on the parties booked within a week? Oh, good question. So same. I still give them a hostess packet. You know, you can say if it's a week out, you could say, you know what, I'm going to still give you a hostess packet. If you use it, great. Whatever you don't use, I recycle. You know, so if you want to say it like that, that way she knows, you know, no pressure on her. But I tell them the value of these hard copies. So every time I book a party in the shopping room, I'm literally saying, take these hard copy invites, take them to the gym, take them to happy hour, take them to your church picnic, take them to your neighborhood party, whatever, and keep them in your purse and hand them out. So that's how I got invited to my first party 15 years ago, is somebody handed me a hard copy invitation at a mom's night out. And it just stuck with me, and it was legit. And I like to hold on to these. I like to put it up on the wall, and I like to know where I'm going. I like the address. And then when I'm driving to the party as a guest, I take this with me. It goes in my purse. Every single wedding I go to, I take my invite with me. I'm hardcore with that. And when I can't find it, I freak out. Lauren Capelli on our team, she got married, and I could not find her invitation for nothing. I found it after the fact. I was like, Lauren, I hate to bother you a couple days for your wedding. I need your invitation. Like, she was like, okay. I'm like, can you take a picture of it? She did. So it was on my phone, and I was like, okay, I just want to know where I'm going. I got to know the time. I got to know, what time is dinner being served? Like, I just want to know all that, and I just like it. So I like it, and I know you do too. And so do your guests. All right, so the website and the password is pureddd.com. Oh, good, somebody put it on there. And the password is success2002. How soon do I mail the packets? So if it's a hostess packet, it goes out immediately. So if it's in the shopping room, this is also where you want to hand her the packet in the shopping room. I don't know why people mail them out after they booked in the shopping room. Do your job on the job. So hand them over, and don't worry if it does cancel. I mean, you're out $5. Come on, it's a roll of register tape at the 7-Eleven. Like, oh my, do you think 7-Eleven shuts down because someone stole one of those rolls of register tape? Or, I mean, really? Okay, it's $1 million business. That's what you have. Call her once. Yep, I only call her to check in the day before. I don't call her. There's nothing to say. There's nothing, because these mail outs are so self-explanatory. Even if I just mail 3, it's perfect. Or even 2. I wouldn't do less than 2. So I always mail at least 2, even if it's a week out. So if it's a week out, so I hate to book a party week out, but let's say I did. I would throw the hostess packet in. Then the next day I would put the how to plan the perfect party. And then the next day, the last mail out is always TL2 hostesses. So that's always my last one. So I would probably just put those 2 out. So booking parties is a whole nother webinar. So that's not for tonight. But if you go to my YouTube channel, I have tons of ideas, tons. So just type in Dana Barish or Diamond Divas, and you'll find me on that. So yay. Who else has questions? Looking for a place. Oh, I love it, Brooke. That's so great. Yay. Yes, I'm recording this, so it's great, and I will post this on our YouTube channel. So you might even be watching this on YouTube right now as a replay. It's like crazy to think we're watching this in the future, right? What if you don't book a party at the party? Today I booked a party because someone reached out on Facebook. So the Facebook, text her an invite. Still going to send a hostess packet. Parties in a month. Yeah, you've already done it backwards, Tasha. So just roll with it. But in the future, so you're learning this new system going forward. So I want you to try this system for the next 6 weeks and see the difference. And I want you to see the big difference you're going to see. Yes, it's okay if you've already done the Facebook event and all that and texted her an invite. But the main thing is the hostess packet. I always do the first thing I say, what is and the great thing you can say, like if you booked it on the spot at the Starbucks, you could say, I need your address to mail you catalog. They always love that. They're like, okay, yes, a catalog, awesome. All right, put the folder in the envelope. This folder doesn't fit in the envelope. That's why I always had to make separate packets, if you're wondering. It's too big for an envelope. I don't know why. Mail the letter. So Carrie, the main first one is usually how to host the perfect party, but you can do 40 guests in 4 minutes, either one. They're both memory joggers for her, and it gets her thinking of her list of who to invite, and the 40 guests in 4 minutes. This is a great thing if you're brand new. You can use this yourself. So these documents are on the Pure Romance Consultant online office, and they're probably also in Party School. So, and we do have a wonderful party planning microsite on there too, so check that out. It's awesome. I don't have the link offhand, maybe someone can post it, but it's really good. So 40 guests in 4 minutes, and it just gets her thinking big. And I also did one for college students. So, and it's just changes it, instead of saying, you know, church groups or whatever, or you can still do church groups, but instead of people you do business with, like it says your sorority sisters, or it might say people you study with, or somebody you're in a played, you know, a sport with, whatever. So it's more college related. Okay. So yeah, paper invites. Yeah, so the paper invites, I like to split a pack personally. Me running $1 million Pure Romance business, which you should too. I like to take the, just split them in half, give them 25 and 25. You know, I want them to think big. And my little thing I always say to them is, call me when you run out of invitations. Get that? Meaning, hand them all out, right? Call me when you run out. I always say that to them. I only put 25 invites in here, so call me when you run out. Memorize that. Try that. I only put 25 invitations in your packet, so call me when you run out. What is that message that you just sent to her? You don't even have to like say anything about, I need this many people, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, she gave me 25, so I must know 25 people. Like, okay, I need to hand these out. They run into 25 people in the next month. You don't think she's gonna run into 25? She is gonna run into that many people. So, okay. Ball rolling. Edit. Yes, you can edit that hostess cover sheet. Yes, you can. It'll open up in Microsoft Word, so you definitely can. Yeah. I don't invite my hosts to the Facebook event until after party kickoff form. Yeah, I don't do all that party kickoff form, but if that was working for you, I don't want to freak them out. So yeah. Yay! Brooke just got a party booked. I love it. Yay. Your media center is about to expire. How often do you use it? If you're on a budget, just wait till you get the money rolling in. We did this whole party planning process without the media center. So I love the media center. It's great. But if you can't afford it right now, then we just did this whole webinar without it. So it's okay. But yeah. Thanks, Brooke. Okay, so I think we got them all. So, all right, you guys, I want to end this because I don't want this to be 2 hours long. But I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I hope you change your systems, and I hope you follow this, and please send me any kind of feedback you get after you implemented this. Give it a good 6 weeks, and I want you to see a big difference. You can get the pink envelopes, Office Depot, Office Max, Staples, whatever, online. Amazon, people get them on Amazon. Paper products are all on the Pure Romance site, and then just use your old catalogs in there and your old order forms, because you rarely get outside orders, but if you do, who cares? If they bought something old, I promise you somebody has it you can trade it out for, and you can get it, so it's no problem. So yay! All right, you guys, I hope it was fun. It was so fun for me, so I hope to see you next month for a new topic. So